So we'll get started with our opening prayers. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagatgurum Krishnam Vande Jagatgurum. All right. So Radhe Radhe, good morning, good evening once again. I'll hand it over to you, Rahul and Arun. So for the Kahoot, so I think everybody is pretty comfortable with Kahoot now. You need two devices, preferably, and then www.kahoot.it, and the pin is right there on your screen. Let's paste it on the chat as well, 6086167, and it's an opportunity to test out how well we have understood the concepts that we have been discussing for the past 1 week. So our quiz masters do a fantastic job and putting together questions that help us revise and recap all the key concepts in a very fun and engaging and an interesting way. So let's get started then. I see people joining in, not yet. Okay, waiting for the players. So let's get going. I think the music is not coming, so you may want to check that. And
Is the music not coming now?
yeah, it's coming now. It's fine now. It's coming
Okay,
now.
wait. Can you just give me feedback on the volume while I adjust it?
Yeah, I think volume is fine.
It's okay now?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I'd encourage everybody to come and participate. You could always do that over the chat, but if you play it, it's even more fun. So Prahlad is playing, Radhe Shyam, Meera is also playing, Jalebi, Radha, Radhe Radhe, Samji, Prahlad, Krishna. So you see people still joining. So you have time to join. So while we wait for people to join, is there any key announcements you want to make? Let's utilize this opportunity while we're waiting for everybody to join in.
Yeah, announcement regarding our upcoming third anniversary celebrations for the Daily Wisdom from Bhagavad Gita classes. So that's going to be on January 10th in US and January 11th in India. So we have already posted, we keep posting the feedback tracker. So please enter your learnings in the form of shloka, any stories, or any examples that have really struck hard and that have helped you in improving as a person through the classes. And you can also share your videos. So yeah, that's one of the major announcements that we want to keep reminding again and again. Shyamji, I think, wants to add something regarding this because he has been here since the beginning.
Please go ahead, Shyamji. I really look forward to yours because you are one of the few people who have been there right from day one. And thank you for to the participants who have already submitted it. I've seen some long ones and some audio clips, some beautiful things coming up. So thank you though for those of you who have already submitted. Yes, Shyamji, please go ahead.
Radhe,
Radhe Radhe.
thank you so much. It's a privilege and honor to be here, Zinbai, from day one. It's all by Krishna's grace I'm here from day one. अभी संध्या ने कहा कि हम मनाएंगे इसको यूएस में 10 तारीख को। हमको वहां पर आना है कि हम इधर से घर से बैठ के करेंगे? Just a thought.
You're most welcome, Shyamji. We are always waiting for you to be here in Dallas.
Thank you so much. I thought we have to be there in person on 10th of January. So we had to make arrangements.
आपको परमानेंट निमंत्रण है. You have the permanent invitation to come to Dallas. So
Thank you so much.
you need to sort out your visa and then you're always
Yeah,
come.
I know. It's an honor to be with this group. Trust you me. मतलब वैसे मैं हमेशा बोलता आ रहा हूँ कि मुझे था कि 4-6 महीने की बात, उसके बाद over and out. But the way you have planned, Krishna's planned for us, it's a lifelong thing, I'm sure. And let us not make any step, anything to just to make it end it anywhere. आप चाहे इसको स्टार्ट करें 4 से 1 से 18 से, जस्ट कीप ऑन गोइंग बैक एंड फोर्थ एंड लेट्स मेक इट अ नॉन स्टॉप अफेयर. हम रहे ना रहे, दैट इट शुड जस्ट गो ऑन एंड ऑन. दैट्स इट. दैट्स माय विशेस टू दिस ग्रुप. राधे राधे.
Yeah, thanks for your wishes and blessings, Shyamji. I'm sure this is one of those things which will continue for as long as we possibly can. So, with Swamiji's, Maharajji's grace, this will continue for as long as, the health and things will permit, I'm sure. So, but yeah, it's one of the beautiful things that wonderful additions to our daily routine, and it will only get better with time.
आई एम
And
श्योर. आई स्टिल रिमेंबर द डे यू स्टार्टेड इट. आप अकेले बोलते थे, काले काले ब्लैक स्क्रीन्स, एंड यू वर बिट हेजिटेंट. एवरीथिंग वाज डन बाय यू. स्टार्टिंग प्रेयर्स, एंडिंग प्रेयर्स, हम लोग बस वेट कर रहे थे शायद हम कोई बोलेंगे बोलेंगे. एंड आज इट्स अदर वे अराउंड. वी ऑल स्पीक एंड यू आर देयर फॉर अस.
yeah, I know
थैंक
it's
यू सो मच.
quite a journey. So I'll also talk about my own reflections around this journey.
या
So I'll think about that as well. But yes, it has been quite a journey for sure. And we still have a long way to go for sure. We'll
यस,
go.
दैट्स फॉर श्योर. या
The time we wrap it up, I don't know how many years it will take, but regardless, we'll traverse the length and breadth of this wonderful book multiple times by the time we complete it. So, but thank you for your wishes, and it's only because of all the participants and the enthusiasm that they bring to the table. These sessions become so engaging and interesting, and that gives me the motivation every day to come and do something that is of value to all of us, right? And I'm learning myself every single day from each one of you. Wonderful. So we have 50 odd participants, and how many? I think people are still joining. We can probably give them a couple of more minutes and then we can get started. Let's see how the quiz goes. Like I said, the more the better. I would encourage everybody to come forward and participate in this quiz. It can become a bit competitive as well. So please do come forward and participate. It's going to be wonderful, pretty engaging. Yes,
Rahulji, yeah.
Rahul?
Yeah, Radhe Radhe. First of all, Arunji, you might need to increase the volume. We can't hear that sound.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, now.
Yeah, Rahul, you wanted to add something?
Yeah, one more thing I wanted to add in the chat. We already have the link where you can upload the video or you can write in the text format in the feedback toilet. So the links are already there in the chat and we will share it.
Yeah, and it's not either or. If you want to do both, even better.
Yeah, that is even better.
Yes, and for those of you who have submitted, Pratyusha, I saw your note. That's a very wonderful, heartfelt note. So thank you for that. Smita ji has sent me, she never comes here on screen, but she sends me some very lovely, beautiful messages and audio clips from time to time. So a lot of stuff has already started pouring in. So I really look forward to compile it together and put it together, next week, and we'll have a pretty engaging session. I look forward to that. Quite a milestone, I would say. 3 years. We used to always think about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then now we have come this far. It's pretty amazing. It's been a fascinating journey for sure. Okay, so is there anybody? Okay, I still see people joining in. I'm not able to, for some reason, see how many people have joined in so far.
26.
Okay, that's good. If you can cross 30, more than 30, that'll be good. One of these days, we want to break the 50 barrier, 50 participants playing all in one shot. That'll be amazing. Although technically we have more than 50 people today. If everybody can join in, that'll be wonderful. But let's give maybe another minute and then we can get started. You are all welcome to play offline as well. Choti Bua is playing as well. Anand, Ivan is there as well. Adhana Karu Pyare. So we have some interesting names today.
One
Okay.
more
Rahulji, you
thing I
had a
wanted
question.
to add.
Yes, Rahul.
Sandhya ji, you might want to check the link because Abhaji is saying that she is unable to upload the video. So maybe there is some setting which we need to change in terms of like people uploading it.
You need to give editor access.
It is there.
Probably.
It is there.
Okay. Yeah, I think she mentioned probably there was some issue there.
Okay, you may want to send the video otherwise if you're not able to upload it.
Yeah, so in case you can't, please mention your name in the feedback tracker, and I can also personally reach out to you to help with the uploading process. But it has everybody with the link has an editor access.
Yep. Okay, so countdown starts. I think we can get started with the game then. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Game on.
All right, we'll start.
Yes.
You can hear my voice fine over the music, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
This is a very beautiful quote which was shared on the New Year. Two important things: quality and quantity. Super, super important, as emphasized by Swami.
Thank you,
That
Rahulji, for this.
hope to, yeah, start the proceedings for the day. The quantity and the quality of love for God. That's very nice. Thank you for sharing that.
Okay, okay, we'll proceed.
Mhm.
जिनके रही भावना जैसी प्रभु मूर्ति देखी तिन तैसी देखही रूप महारन धीरा मनहु वीर रस धरे शरीरा डरे कुटिल नृप प्रभु ही निहारी मन भयानक मूर्ति
Nice. I think I had the privilege to hear some of these chopais in person during the banana retreat. So yeah, beautiful ones. All right, so do we start with our first question now?
Yes. Okay. We need faith to operate in the world. True or false?
Audio is going on and off, right?
Oh, is it?
Yes,
Or
audio is going on.
is it just me? I don't know. So we need faith to operate in the world. 26 of you said true, 3 of you said false. Those of you who said false are false. It is actually true because we do need faith to operate in this world as well. If we don't put faith, we won't be able to even step out on the road. We put faith that you are not going to be run over by somebody. We put faith that you're not going to come across somebody who's going to drive you over when you're driving the car or hit you. We put faith that the guy in the restaurant is going to serve you food and not something which you would not like to devour, right? Then everything, faith is there. We put faith on the doctor, we put faith in the pilot, and everything is operating by faith only. If nothing, we are putting faith on our intellect that I know it and the way I'm thinking is right. So everything moves by faith, and there's a saying which says that we walk by faith, not by sight. So faith is needed regardless in any walk of life, and it's a journey of faith on the spiritual side as well, but it's an intelligent faith. I keep on saying that because you can validate it. It's not that you simply proceed with absolutely like a wild goose chase, nothing of that sort. You can validate that faith and actually uh, supplement it with realizations as well. All right, so let's see who takes the pole position after our first question. Krishna, has taken lead. Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham. The one with hyphen is slightly behind the one without hyphen. Eclipse Prahlad. So good going, pretty close race. Let's move on to the next one.
All right. So this is a multi-select. So now in the verse 4.40 that we discussed, which types of seekers were being referred to in the description?
What kind of seekers?
So stressed out participant.
I have no clue basically. I have to refer to the shloka as well. Okay. So high in faith and knowledge, low in faith and knowledge. That's okay, low in faith and knowledge. Low in knowledge, but with firm faith. High in knowledge, but lacking faith. Okay, I'll have to review that one myself. So can somebody explain that, okay, to me?
Yeah, I can quickly brief here. So the low in faith and knowledge was the lowest class sadhak mentioned in the shloka.
Okay, that
Then the
graph.
medium class sadhak and the high class sadhak. And sadhak is seeker in English. That's the reason I mentioned as seekers.
Okay, got it. Yes, the one that was missing was in the quadrant where high in knowledge but lacking faith aspect of it, right? So you're going by that graph that we had?
Yeah, and in the session, I think when a question was asked around this, you had mentioned that the last quadrant is higher knowledge and lacking faith is not even considered a sadhak.
True. They are merely people who with scholastic abilities, right? So they are not even sadhak, they are mere scholars. So the faith, if you look at it, uh, in the faith is the key thing. In all the three, faith is the common denominator. So a sadhak would always have faith. One who simply has knowledge is not even qualified to be a sadhak. So I think that's a good point. It was a bit of a tricky question. You really have to apply your brains and map it out to what we were discussing there. Faith is the key thing. Based on the proportion of the faith, you would be classified as a beginner, medium, or an advanced level sadhak. So let's see who gets it right or what happens to our leaderboard after this question. MMM. Anand Jalebi Radhakrishna. So looks like some of the people got answers or multiple options right in this one. That is a bit of a shaker, but Krishna has maintained its position, so that's going good. Let's move on to, and Rama is the highest climber, 16 places, which is fantastic. So let's move on to our next question then.
Okay. What was mentioned about skepticism and doubt in this session?
In this session, okay. A close call between two options here, actually. What will be?
Music is coming, okay, Nitinji?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, doubt is a submissive. Skepticism can lead to downfall. Sanshayatma vinashyati na lokosti na parosukham, right? So Sanshayatma, the one who's very skeptical, is ever doubtful, they will have a downfall. So they will not be able to achieve peace in this life nor in lives thereafter, because that skepticism has to be overcome someday with faith and with submissive inquiry. What Arjun is doing is not skepticism. He's asking humbly, and he really is approaching it with an open mind because he wants to understand. So that is what is needed for us to, alleviate our doubts and to progress spiritually. While if we are skeptical, that will surely lead to a downfall. And if we are skeptical even in material world, then also we cannot attain peace, because we'll ever be doubtful about everybody around us, right? Some people, they're always paranoid about whatever is happening around us, as if the whole world is out to get them or somebody's conspiring against them. The skepticism doesn't take us very far. It's important to have a healthy doubt where you really want to clarify something, and when you approach it with submissively to a master, that's when the knowledge starts pouring in. Okay, so with that, let's see. So Krishna is playing really well. Jalebi is playing good as well. Radhesham, Rama, and MMM. So it's a pretty close race. I think a couple of questions, but Krishna is playing really well so far. So let's move on to our next one. MSK is the highest climber.
Ishtadev refers to what?
Ishtadev refers to. I see Baba Ramdev and Dalai Lama here. That's interesting. Baba Ramdev's sister, the Guru of Devas. Okay, yes, Ishtadev refers to a personal deity or chosen deity. So whoever is your Ishtadev could be the one that you resonate with naturally, right? A lot of people, they may have Lord Shiva as their Ishtadev, some may have Mother Durga as their Ishtadev, some Lord Rama, some Lord Krishna, Radha, all Ganesha, anybody could be your Ishtadev. Having said that, they are the forms of the same God, the same entity. Now, based on the Ishtadev that you choose, you build a personal association with them. And that is why when you choose an Ishtadev, there's a kind of a personal rapport you try to build with them. And the benefit of having the form of Krishna, which is again the same form as Lord Rama or Lord Shiva for that matter, is that with Lord Krishna, you can visualize yourself having any kind of relationship with God. It's not limited. With others, there may be a bit of a decorum and a protocol, right? Because with Lord Rama, if you're thinking about him as your Ishtadev, you have to maintain Maryada because he was Maryada Purushottam. With Lord Shiva, of course, you have to, awe and reverence would be there, respect would be there. You cannot imagine putting your arm around Lord Shiva or dancing on his head, right? Or things like that. So when with Krishna form, he has given you flexibility because he displayed pretty much all the manifestations of all the relationships during his avatar call. So it just makes it easy. So, but yes, Ishtadev is the one which is your personal deity or the chosen deity that you build, that enables or facilitates the process to build a personal rapport with God. Okay, so
All right. Check the leaderboard.
yes, let's check the leaderboard. So Krishna is doing good. Radhesham, Jalebi, Rama, and MMM. They are playing good as well. By the way, Zoom user is back. So, okay, so I just want to let you know that if there is a Zoom user or iPhone, somebody with anonymous name, when we open up the chat, they start texting you, just ignore. I told the personality or the person who it is yesterday. Again, I'll tell the name. It is Samyukta. For some reason, if she starts sending you abusive messages or otherwise, please ignore her. And if you're getting messages on your phone, please block it. Okay, this has been going on for a while now. I thought it's high time that I let everybody know, because if you start getting messages and you say what's going on here, I'm telling you that something is going on with this person here on these sessions. I get a lot of messages, and there's a good possibility you may get as well, but I'm letting you know, you can simply ignore it or block it. Let's move on with the game.
Yeah, Rahulji had a question, I think.
Sure.
Just wanted to add a comment. Sri Ramya ji mentions that now quiz masters are back with difficult questions.
Yeah, quiz masters. Yeah, it's good basically to get a little bit challenged. So, but they do a good job in not only covering the key concepts, but presenting it, in a manner that makes us think as well. So that makes it pretty interesting. Yes, let's move on.
Okay. So in 4.40, how many types of people does Sri Krishna talk about who suffer a downfall?
How many?
Kinds of people.
There is
Yes.
silence. Nobody's
I think
saying.
everyone is shocked by the answer, or maybe they just this is, or maybe Nitinji is typing something, I guess.
What happened?
We're waiting for your response, Nitinji.
Does Shri Krishna talk about in 4.40 of those who suffer a downfall? Okay, now you only have to explain it. My memory is not
Okay.
working with
So
me
the
today.
shloka says Ajnana Shraddhadanascha Sanshayat. So there are Sanshay,
Yeah.
Ajnan, and Shraddhadanascha.
See, you have been picking the shloka really well. I know we spoke about all the three concepts, right? So I didn't understand you asking from that angle. But yes, if you really attended those sessions, we spent a good amount of time. Agyan, Sanshayatma, and then Shraddhadhanasya, right? Ashraddhana. So all the three kind of people, they suffer a downfall. So I'll be really interested to see who all got it right, and it was pretty interesting. So let's move on to see how our scoreboard looks like with this one. Jai Pavan Putra and Krishna, no matter what you ask, okay, Krishna is rock solid at the top today. Jalebi is playing well. Radhe 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 Shyam is playing good as well. That is good actually. Pretty deep questions you are asking. You really have to get into the skin of the shloka to be able to answer that. But good going. Let's move on. Yes, Sandhya, wanted to say something?
I just wanted to say that today the quiz masters have made the quiz in such a way that it's for their standards. If they are playing, it is for that level.
Right, right. It is pretty challenging for sure. Yes, but good job.
We'll proceed.
Yes, let's move on.
Any comments?
That was an interesting video. Who says Bhagavad Gita is for elders only? I hope that stereotype is broken by now that we have spent 3 years. We have had people across all the demographics, including kids and youngsters, joining our session. So it's a good one. All right, I'll be moving to the next question then.
Yeah. Okay. Double pointer. So which literature is mentioned as the reference for the three classes of sadhaks in 4.40?
Yeah. Yes, so the answer is BRS Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. We referred to that, and we took reference from this scripture to go into the details of each word, right? That Arun previously spoke about, the Ashraddhavan, and then the Sanchayatma, and what was the third one, Arun?
Ajnanas.
Agyanasya. Yes. All three are mentioned very nicely in BRS. So this is the scripture. I think this was a relatively easier one. So let's look at our leaderboard on this one. MMM. Krishna got displaced in this question, interestingly, which I thought was a relatively easier one. Choti Bua is back in ref, correct me. I mean, it's made a giant stride here. Jai Pavan Putra is on fire. Jalebi Vinamra 6 is there as well. So good going. Let's move on. Pavan Putra is the highest answer streak. Jai Pavan Putra. Okay.
How is divine knowledge related to past life karma?
Hmm. Fire of knowledge. What does it do? Yes, it burns karma. If you remember the fire, when you subscribe to divine knowledge, which leads to surrender, and that can burn off all your karma, the whole stockpile, like Krishna himself promises to do that. But even when you are contemplating on this knowledge and subscribing to it in your day-to-day life, it starts burning off your karma as well. That is the power in divine knowledge, right? If you remember that fire we spoke about, that is how powerful it is. So if we want to help ourselves, this is the best thing we can do. Read Bhagavad Gita on a daily basis, contemplate it on a daily basis, practice it on a daily basis. Only auspicious things will come out of it with no side effects whatsoever. And only side effect would be a positive side effect in our day-to-day lives, nothing else. Right? It's like that medicine that you take, and then you reap the benefits of it on a day-to-day life. And a good question. Let's move on to the next one then and look at our leaderboard. Okay, Jai Pavan Putra is on fire. And Jalebi, Vinamra 6. Vinamra 6, I know. Choti Bua is playing well, and MMM is playing really well now. Let's move on then. Sadhana Karu Pyare is also climbing up steadily. Multi-select.
Identify the correct scenarios depicted in the image below. It's a multi-select, so
That's an interesting one. Really tests our concepts. So yes, this is a good question. So if you look at the picture, and if you are doing the pujas and your mind is in the world, you are multiplying your spiritual gain by 0. We spend a good amount of time discussing this concept. This is why, this is one of the reasons why we have not been able to advance spiritually, even though we think we are doing pujas and rituals, because our mind is not there. Okay, so that Mansi Bhakti is the key. We are where our mind is, not what we are doing with our body and our senses. So that is multiplying our spiritual gain by 0. On the other hand, you might be doing your regular work. You might be working in an office or otherwise. And if you're thinking about God, then you are multiplying your binding karma with 0, right? Then you are basically your karma with 0. And then of course you are binding karma, or you are performing non-binding karma. The third one is when you are multiplying your binding actions with 0, that means you are performing non-binding karma. So third is basically a direct result of the second choice, the blue one. So all three are correct, and none of the above is not correct, right? Because all three are correct. So good question. Let's see what happens to a leaderboard after this one. Jalebi has really climbed up, and Jai Pavan Putra has been, I think they swapped positions. Krishna is back in reckoning. Vinamra 6 is playing good. Choti Boo has vanished. Okay, let's move on.
Which of the following is not a way to develop faith in spirituality?
Hmm. So is not a way. Yes. So that was a reverse question, actually, if you think about it. So what we need to have faith on, three things. We need to have faith on our Guru, that he has the ability to take us across the material ocean. We need to have trust on our Ishtadev, right? That our Ishtadev, if we build that relationship or a rapport with him, that will take us to God realization. And then we have to have a trust on our path of bhakti as well. These three are important. Now, if we focus on things that do not make sense, then it's not helpful on this path, right? We need to suspend those and focus on uh, deepening our faith on things that are making sense, right? In due course of time, those things will also make sense. But if you spend too much time hankering about getting answers to those and debating over those or intellectualizing those, doing intellectual gymnastics over those, it's not helpful for the spiritual journey. It's just a wastage of time, and it's called a spiritual entertainment. So good question. And most of the people, they went with the right answer, which is good. So let's see if it changes anything in the leaderboard. MMM has been playing really well. Krishna is close on the heels. Jalebi and Krishna are pretty close by as well. So it's a close race. Let's see. Let's move on to the next one.
In 4.41, what is the condition mentioned for actions not binding a person?
So it's Karam Yoga, right? Should have been an easy one. When you do Karam Yoga, basically renounce your karam in the fire of yoga, that's when you are performing non-binding actions. So that is the right answer. The next best, people having doubts dispelled by knowledge, somebody went with that. Yes, that is fine, but then doubts get dispelled and we are still not able to put it to action. It still does not help. That is just one part of the battle, right? When we our doubts get dispelled. But actually performing karma in the spirit of yoga is what truly results in non-binding actions. So the blue option is the right one. Let's look at our scoreboard after this one. MMM, Krishna. Okay, it's a close race. Prahlad has made entry back to the leaderboard. So I think it's going to be a close race. So anybody can win from here on. I think we are down to our last 2 or 3 questions. So let's not lose focus. Let's move on.
Yeah, this time the gaps are very little between folks. Yeah.
Yes, I think it's a close race.
What are the two aspects of any activity as discussed in the session?
You're making sure that everybody reads all the options. Right. So it's our internal attitude and the external activity. These are the two aspects of any activity. What we do externally, that is one aspect, and what is our internal attitude is what we get credit for, or what counts as a karma. What we do from our body and senses does not count for anything. The intent behind it or the attitude behind that truly counts. It could be a same activity, like for example, somebody is killing, and if that killing is born out of a sense of revenge or bitterness, then you are incurring sin. But if that killing is happening as a matter of duty, like people when they're fighting on the border, they may even get rewarded. So external activity is one aspect. What is the internal attitude towards it? That counts. And that is where the purity of intention or 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 submitting your karma to the fire of yoga is what will constitute a non-binding karma, not a binding karma. And if your internal attitude is to do noble deed, but you carry a sense of doership around it, then it gets reduced to being a sattvic karma. Still not perfect karma, perfectly aligned. Only when your internal attitude is to serve God or to do things for His pleasure or to put in your best and have a sense of gratitude towards God, then you are aligning to that perfect yoga. Otherwise, it will be a binding karma depending upon the attitude that you have towards that activity. If that activity is performed with a sense of enjoyment, then it is rajasic. If it is a sense of hurting somebody, it is tamasic. And if it's just a noble deed and you are giving credit to yourself or have a sense of doership around it, even though it is noble, it is sattvic. All three are binding. And these are the two aspects. So good question. Let's see our leadership leaderboard on after this one. MMM is rock solid. Radhesham, Krishna, Prahlad, Jalebi. So good going. Let's move on to our last few questions. Okay, it's a multi-select again.
In God's eyes, which actions are counted as karma?
These are all conceptual questions. So good one. Right. So the key is wherever the mind is. Mind is the common thing, right? So if your mind is involved, it counts as a karma. If your mind and senses are involved, that is a karma. Why? Not because of your senses, but because of your mind. So anything that get energized by our mind is a karma. You might be sitting and thinking about something, that is also a karma, as long as you are energizing it. If you don't energize it means prolonged thinking about it, then it's not a karma. But other than that, like Bhagavad Gita says, nahi kaschit kshanamapi jat tishtati karma krit, that nobody, not even for a second, can stay without doing any karma. Okay, so that is how powerful karma could be. Every thought that you choose to energize counts as a karma because your mind is involved. So good conceptual question again. Let's move on. Prahlad has climbed up. Good going, Prahlad. Jalebi's been consistent as well today. Krishna, MMM. Let's see what happens. And Radhe Sham is pretty close by. So last question can make a lot of change. 7 players, answer streak of 6. So let's move on.
I think this is the last graded.
Okay, it's a multi-select again.
Identify the correct ingredients for the below mentioned recipe.
Okay. It's a memory test again. Bring on the slide. Char Dham Yatra is a good one in between. Right. So human form, true guru, devotional service. These constitute the recipe. Physical activity of mantra chanting does not count much. Char Dham Yatra, I mean, doesn't help if your mind is not there. So these are the three things. The devotion aspect is important. And then these are the ingredients that we need to progress on this path. So I think we had a slide on this as well. So let's see who get it right and if it shakes the leaderboard, this question.
I think this was the last graded question.
Or this is the last one.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see the result then. Okay, now we have a promo video. It's 2023.
And skip it.
It's
The
a
audio
recap
is not
of
coming.
2023.
Yeah, recap. Yeah.
That's nice. Is the audio coming? Problem in the audio.
You guys are not able to hear it?
There is problem in the audio. We can
Oh.
On
skip
and
it.
off.
Yeah.
It's
It
on and
comes,
off.
it
It's
goes.
on and off the audio,
I
but
see.
it's okay. Let's finish it off.
This is basically recap of entire year at Radha Krishna Temple, 2023.
Right. So we had so many events.
held
You can see it's always a busy time here in Dallas and so many events. So it's a good recap that our video team has created. So thank you for sharing that.
Kids activities, community gathering, devotional events,
Yeah, big
everything.
events like Holi and Diwali that we did,
And Rath Yatra.
Rath Yatra, Sanskriti event, Dallas Yoga
And don't
Festival,
forget about that family camp.
That
family.
was you, Nitinji. Did you see?
Which one? Oh, it
You
was
were there in Swamiji's get-up during our family camp skit.
oh, okay. I missed that part. So as you can see, it's a pretty action-packed year here throughout the year. So Shyamji, when you are here, you will not have time to breathe. I can promise you that. That many activities we keep on doing throughout the year. So it keeps everybody busy here. Yeah, I wish the audio was cooperating. It would have had a better impact, but yeah, it is what it is now. Nice. Thank you. So let's look at our leaderboard, final leaderboard. How did it go? So who takes the podium positions today? The second runner-up is Prahlad. So well played, Prahlad. Prahlad, MMM, and I think MMM was displaced by Radhe Shyam in the last question. Okay, and Krishna and Eclipse are there as well. So top 5, we would like to have you come over the screen and talk about your experience. Who is Prahlad, MMM, and Radhe Shyam? If you can come on screen, I think that will be good. We'd love to hear from you. If you can raise your hand. But let's collect the overall leaderboard as well. We can see the overall report as well. But let's have Radhe Shyam, MMM, Prahlad, and then Eclipse and Krishna, I think, right? The top 5. Piyusha is there. Yes, Sandhya, which one was you?
I was Prahlad.
Oh, you were Prahlad, huh? Played well. Congratulations. Who is MMM?
Pratusha ji, Radhe Radhe.
Manjuji,
I'm Radhisha.
you are Radhesham. Outstandingly played, Pratusha. I think you pipped MMM in the last question, right? You were in the second
Yes.
spot. Very well played. I think you're a very consistent performer, I must say that. So Well played.
Thank you, sir.
How was the experience? Anything you want to tell about our
Uh,
masters, what they
I
can do?
mean, great questions. Like in the initial things, like when they were asking about like a few difficult questions, but it was it was hilarious and it was very nice. Actually, I really enjoyed the whole thing.
Very nice. Well played. Yes, Samji, and I think I saw Manjuji is who's MMM?
Manjuji had raised hand.
Manjuji, are you MMM?
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Nitinji and Rahulji and all. Yes, this is Mukunda Madhava Murari.
Mukund Madhav Murari. Very nice. And we could have added Mohan also, na? Four M's there.
EM quadruple.
Very nice. Very well played, Manjuji.
Oh, questions were really very nice. I really enjoyed all questions, and Rahulji and Arunji and Sandhyaji and Nitin. Really very nice questions, and all. Revision was very well. But
Yes,
I took help for two questions with my family. They were sitting and they were also enjoying, so I just left. That's why I won, I guess. Otherwise,
you can, local audience poll is always allowed. Okay. That much slack we can cut. So very well played, I must say that. Who was Eclipse and Krishna, I believe, the other two.
Yes,
But
Krishna and
Jay,
Eclipse.
Hanuman, I think was there as well. They were playing really well. So I'd like to know, Vinodji, how was your experience? You were there in top 5 for most part, I would imagine. And I think Kavita was also there. So yes, Shamji, you wanted to add something? Samji and Shamji. Samji, how was your experience today? Last time you did really well.
Yeah, Radha Radha Shyamji, Samji.
Yeah, it was a nice quiz. Yeah, but there were so many questions in the beginning. They were very like time consuming and making some choices and all those things. So that put us behind. I think the bottom of the fourth choice was wasn't that was a although I'm nowhere anyway, it doesn't make any difference to me. But I think that should have been the fourth one, the fourth line, high knowledge and low faith and all those things. That should be the, for me, it doesn't make any difference. Like I said, it was a nice quiz.
Okay, thanks for your feedback. And good to know that you enjoyed playing it like you always do. So thank you for that. We'll pull up the overall leaderboard as well. Yes, Shamji, you wanted to add something?
राधे राधे। एक सवाल संशय है मन में। अरुण जी और राहुल जी तो आते भी नहीं है मेरे क्लास में, कभी कभी गायब हो जाते हैं, फिर भी इतनी अच्छी क्विज बनाते हैं, खुद खेलते भी नहीं है और जीतते भी हैं, सब जानते भी हैं। इसका राज अगर बता पाए तो हम भी कुछ कर सके।
I think they are very diligent when it comes to preparing the quiz. They go through the slide videos and I think pretty much everything to pick up stuff, what is being spoken about. तो कुछ तो है वो secret. I think
Maybe it's with like Sandhyaji's summary and
summary.
the slides and yeah.
Okay, so they rely on Sandhya's summary for that. Okay, so
No, it's a real pleasure to be here, and they really do hard work. It's a hard job, and really make some effort to compile up and just come up with answers. As आज Nitin Bhai was confused on 2 questions, and Arun ji was there to help him out. That's really commendable. Thank you so much. Radhe Radhe.
Yeah, they provided me the context, so I had to, okay. I was anyway lost today, so but thank you, Arun. But
Usually I'm the first layer of preparation, then it goes through the second layer of preparation, which is Rahulji. So
We
there are
just
2
added the
layers.
videos there.
they have made it so nice and I don't have to worry about it. Previously, if you remember, Shyamji, when I had to create quizzes every week, it used to take some time there, right? So they do a really fantastic job and do it much better than I would have done any day. So thank you for that. Chandruji, you wanted to add something? And then Vinodji, would love to hear from you as well.
Something or the other go. My iPad this time it says upgraded and it wouldn't let me enter the quiz. I set it up twice and it did not let me allow it. And if I'm going to upgrade it, the whole quiz will finish by that time. The best question was, I think I like internal attitude and external activity. That was really something, a very, very mind-boggling question. And another thing I wanted to say was, how do you prepare these quiz questions? Are they from the chapter that you do for the week, or is it just in general?
Typically, I think they go back a week, unless the quiz we haven't had for a couple of weeks. So they try to limit it to a week's window only, right? Am I right?
Yeah, it's the previous. So what was discussed this week will show up in next week's quiz.
Okay, so it's the week's studies group
That's
that we
yes,
do meet every week.
that's right. It's a week.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
Just like to prepare myself a little bit more.
Yes. It's a weekly summary basically. Yes, Vinodji, you wanted to add something?
I'm like the stock market, up and down.
You were
So,
Jay Maruti, or what was the name today?
Jai Pavan Putra.
Jay
yeah,
Pavan. Jay Pavan.
I'm,
They are
yeah.
in top 5 very consistently.
So, but bottom line is it's a great revision. So that is what I'm all about. So
That's true.
I'm learning every day.
And I think Sandhya does a good job in recapping all that concept. So
Yes, she does.
that summary definitely helps everyone. Who was Eclipse today, by the way? Michelle, was it you? Eclipse, see, I could guess that Eclipse was her. So well played. Showing up in leaderboard is no small feat, I must tell you that. Okay, when I play, I struggle as well. So even though I get the benefit of revising that knowledge the most because I have to prepare for the sessions, but I struggle as well. So if you show up on the leaderboard, you should really pat yourself on the back. Okay, but don't have the sense of doership. Okay, it's like God's grace. Yes, great, well played. Yes, Kavita, what happened to you? Which one was
I
you?
was Krishna. I was Krishna.
Oh my God, you were Krishna, huh? So you got
Yes.
pipped out. I think you were a fourth today.
Yeah.
You were topping for most part.
All thanks to Sandhya. I make sure to read her summaries that she sends in group.
Now the secret is out. Okay, that's all you need to. But good job. I think you played really well today.
है ना?
Today was the day you could have kept my name. Okay,
हाँ, I was thinking the same.
good, well played. Yes, Arun.
राधे राधे.
Think were you playing as well, Arun?
No. I just wanted to add a comment to Shamji as well. So it's not that much of hard work really, because we follow an acharya called ChatGPT. So ChatGPT acharya is pretty good in giving us the needed questions at times, though it needs a bit of modification. But yeah.
That's nice. Oh, you use ChatGPT as well?
Yeah, we use ChatGPT along with some fine tuning from our side, but we try to get the initial layer from ChatGPT.
Awesome. Good. There you go, right? When we have IT engineers here, we can always take it to the next level. So thank you again. Awesome job, I must say that. Anybody else who want to share their experience or say something, please fill out the feedback tracker, start, put in how Bhagavad Gita has been changing. So don't forget that part. And if you can send some video clips, even better. You can send both. And just to reiterate, we'll be celebrating our 3rd year anniversary on next Wednesday, Thursday morning, offshore or India time. And I really look forward to that. Anybody else who wants to say anything today?
Do you want to see the complete leaderboard? Like the
Yeah, let's
complete
look at
leaderboard?
that. Let's look at that. A lot of people will be interested to see that. By the way, I saw Prabhat as well. Prabhat, congratulations. So we have Prabhat who has had a newborn today, so we can congratulate him. And then we have Sandhya. Its birthday is there, India Standard Time as well. So congratulations for that as well. Okay, Eclipse, Radha, Radhe Radhe, Jai Pavan Putra, you were 8 today. I think you are pretty consistent, Vinodji. You are in top 5 or top 10 always. And then let's go down. Jalebi.
Three.
Who was Jalebi? Jalebi was playing really well. I don't know what happened towards the end.
And Shri Ramya ji was Sadhana Kuru Pyare, which he just
Yeah,
mentioned
she
in the
was
chat.
also playing well, Shri Ramya. Vinamra 6 was also playing well. Who was Jalebi, by the way? Let's move down. Move down, all the way down. Okay. Nivan is 30th today. Okay. All right. Who's Jalebi, by the way?
Abhaji. Abhaji was Jalebi. She was
Awa-
raising her hand.
Okay, Awaji, you were playing well, I must say that. I think you were showing up on the top 5 for most part, and then I think maybe a couple for questions here and there. But yeah, well played, must say that. Okay, so with that, yes, Arnima has raised hands. Go ahead, please.
Mentioned that this is the first time Nivan tried by himself to play, and after 4 questions, he was really confused.
He needs to revise things and go through the content because that's then he will get it right. So we can prep him up forward on this. But yeah, I think that was a decent.
But very nice questions. Yeah, really loved that.
Yeah, thank you for the feedback. Yes, Prabhat, congratulations.
Thank you, Radhe Radhe ji.
Go ahead.
Uh,
What was your experience?
yeah, so basically when I was started playing, I was just after Nivan for first 2-3 questions. I can see like you are behind Nivan for 1 or 2 questions, and I ended up as at sixth position with Radha Nam, and so
Great.
it was a good quiz, and they have framed questions very well. So I have to read 3-4 times each and every question
Yes.
to make sure that I am giving the right answer.
Yeah, so the winner of the day is our quiz masters today. Okay. Everybody's saying that very well drafted questions, thoroughly tested the concepts, memory, and pretty much everything. So well-rounded quiz. Thank you. Awesome. So with that, we come to the end of today's session. We can do Sadhana Karu Pyare if you want to do that, maybe a couple of people towards that segment or anything else. Anybody wants to say or talk about?
There is a request from Abhaji. Can we please make all questions for at least 45 seconds?
45 seconds. Sure. I think 45. Do we have that option in Kahoot? It's usually we have.
I mean,
40.
you can increase it to 45.
No, we
Huh?
don't have 45. 30,
Achha, 60 or
15,
30.
1 minute.
It's increment of 30. So either 1 minute or 30.
So we can keep it 1 minute, na? That is, no?
We can 1 minute. Yeah, we can do that 1 minute. But then the questions have to be halved, right? I mean, because time would be limited.
Yeah, usually we try to put 1 minute for multiple
But
choice ones, which are
multi-select
longer.
can do one. Multi-select
Yeah.
or any tricky question you think, even those we can make it as 1 minute. Okay, feedback tracker, you can please fill it in. If you need assistance in uploading videos, you know whom to contact. And we can do Sadhana Karu Pyare maybe to wrap up our session. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe we can take a couple of hands and then wrap up our session with a bit of chanting, because now we're going to have a couple of days break. We meet on Sunday evening, Monday morning again.
So we have done till first 4 verses. This is time for the 5th and 6th. Shri Ramya ji has already raised her hand, so maybe we can get.
Go ahead. You get the first privilege. Please go ahead.
And went down. Okay. Can someone unmute her, or is it up? I can't see. Okay.
Actually, I wanted to go second. I'm not sure on the tune. So if anyone else take up first.
So Ilaji, so I'm just going by a few messages. Ilaji, if you want to, you can fill in in the feedback tracker. I'll reach out to you, in case you want to have a direct conversation on anything. So you can fill it out in the feedback tracker, and then I'll collect your number and reach out to you directly myself, if you're still there on the session. Okay, yes, go ahead, Shri Ramya.
So she said she wants someone else to go first. Maybe I can ask Swati ji.
Swati ji, please go ahead if you want to.
Yes, Swati. Yeah, Radhe Radhe.
Yeah, Radhe Radhe. सुमिरन कर ले मना चिन चिन राधा रमना जगतन हित है बना जग का पिता है अपना जग तो है माया का बना एक हरि ही है अपना सुमिरन कर ले मना चिन चिन राधा रमना. Thank you, Radhe Radhe.
Nice, Swati ji. Thank you. Shri Ramya, you want to go next?
Yes.
And
कर ले मना चिन चिन राधा रमणा जग तन हित है बना जग का पिता है अपना जग तो है माया का बना एक हरि ही है अपना तुम्हें कर ले मना चिन चिन राधा रमणा थैंक यू राधे राधे
very nice. Thank you, Shri Ramya. So, who else wants to go? Yeah, go ahead, Sandhya.
सुमिरन कर ले मना छिन छिन राधा रमणा जग तन हित है बना जग का पिता है अपना जग तो है माया का बना एक हरि ही है अपना सुमिरन 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 कर ले मना छिन छिन राधा रमणा.
Very nice. Thank you. It's a beautiful verse. So I can go next. I can quickly do that and then we can wrap it up for today. So सुमिरन कर ले मना छिन छिन राधा रमना जग तन हित है बना जग का पिता है अपना जग तो है माया का बना एक हरि ही है अपना सुमिरन कर ले मना छिन छिन राधा रमना. Okay, so this verse is saying very clearly that this world was created for the sake of the body. The father of the world belongs to you. So we need to differentiate between what is we and what is mine. Right? Truly, we are the divine soul, not this body. And this world is for the body, not for us, because we are divine. For us, our association is with God only. God only belongs to us. This world, which is made up of Maya, is for our body. And we start thinking of it as ours, and that is the fundamental mistake that starts happening. Right? We spoke about this in Bhagavad Gita also. What is the fundamental mistake we make? We think of ourselves as a body, not the divine soul. And because we think of ourselves as the body, we think the world is ours. And who constitutes the world? Everything around us, the material things, including are the logical extensions of our bodies as well. So we'll continue to expound on this wisdom, beautiful wisdom, through this bhajan composed by Sri Maharaj Ji, and we will continue to cover this. In fact, this is a good thing. We can do some Roop Dhyan as well. While we do that, as we go along, we'll add a bit of a meditation component to it as well. I was thinking I'll put some thoughts around it, but we'll do bhajans, Maharaj Ji's bhajans, like this, small verses and a few people, and then get into the deeper philosophy that he has expounded through these beautiful bhajans. So thank you everyone for that. Yes, Rahul, you wanted to say something? I see a few
Just
hands.
wanted to add that don't forget about the double header Sunday, Roop Dhyan for the Sunday satsang and Chintan and Manan for the Bhagavad Gita, daily wisdom from Bhagavad Gita. I think Sandhya ji also wanted to add.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you. Two things. One is that if you enjoyed the Kahoot today, tomorrow also we have a Kahoot in the Spiritual Secrets from Hinduism class. So do chime in and test your knowledge once again and strengthen it. Second thing, Jagat Gurutam Divas is coming. What we just heard is written by Jagat Gurutam Kripaluji Maharaj. Jagat Gurutam Divas is coming, and as we had announced earlier, we would like the Seva teams to give performances, team-based performances on Jagat Gurutam Divas regarding Maharajji. So Nitinji, spin the wheel may have to be done, and accordingly we can assign the sequence.
Sure. You want to spin the wheel
Not
now?
right now, maybe Sunday we can do. But people, we just wanted to remind that they
Sunday we'll do that. Shyamji is already getting a little nervous, which is fine. But we'll put all the teams into action now. It's about time. Okay, so let's get it going. Sunday we'll spin the wheel to assign the teams. Yes, Shriramya, you wanted to say something?
No, I don't have my hand was raised. Radhe Radhe.
Okay, no worries. Radhe Radhe. Yes, Rahul?
One last thing I wanted to say that now Sri Ram's temple inauguration is also the countdown has started. So we also have started stories on Instagram, some interesting trivia about Sri Ram. So do check that out on RKT's Instagram handle. Radhe Radhe.
Thank you, Rahul, for that.
actually just to add, so every day you have one question on Sri Ramji, and those are very, very intriguing questions related to devotion and bhakti. So if you want to strengthen your bhakti, do check them out, do answer them, and do grow fast on this path.
Thank you for that. Yes, leading up to the Jan 22nd. So please do that as well. So thank you again. Radhe Radhe. Good night. Good day from my side. Stay blessed. I'll look forward to seeing you again on Sunday, which is Monday morning, India time. So thank you. Radhe Radhe. Good night. Good day.